Chapter 8. Postmortem, without owner. The postmortem invitation went to 26 people. Ethan stared at the Outlook notification on his phone. Incident Review, DOI Complaint Number 44871. It was scheduled for 2 hours in the Titan Shield conference room on the executive floor. 26 people. In Ethan's experience, any meeting with more than 8 people was an audience, not a decision-making body. 26 meant everyone wanted credit for the fix, and no one wanted blame for the failure. He arrived early to find Julia Reyes already in the hallway, standing with a printed briefing in one hand. "Karen's in there reviewing files," she said quietly. "She called me this morning. Wanted a North Star witness for the record." "Why?" Ethan asked. "Because if she calls it a vendor problem, we get the liability. If she calls it an organizational problem, Titan Shield owns it. She's still deciding which story she's telling." Julia handed him a copy. "Read it before we go in." "It's a solvable bug," Ethan said, plugging in his laptop. "Bugs are for software, Ethan," Julia said, turning to look at him. "This is a regulatory breach. The board doesn't care about vector stores or semantic search. They care about liability. I need a story that doesn't sound like oops." "We have the facts," Ethan said. "Facts aren't a story," Julia snapped. "Facts are ammunition. And right now, everyone coming into this room is bringing their own ammo." The door opened, and the room began to fill. First came Michael Tran and his compliance lieutenant, carrying printed binders of the state insurance code. Then Angela Ruiz arrived with 2 of her senior claims supervisors, none of them talking. The Titan Shield IT lead, Nathan, sat across from the window. His laptop stayed closed. Lena joined via video from the North Star office, her face looming large on the screen. Karen Holt was at the head of the table when Ethan walked in. She had a single printed page in front of her. Julia took a seat against the wall. "Let's begin," Karen said. "Everyone here has read Lena's write-up." No one contradicted her. The facts were not in dispute. The intake form had made state optional. The claim file had contained the Illinois address, but the retrieval query had not used it. The system had surfaced the national policy exclusion, not the Illinois addendum. Marcus had reviewed the letter and approved it. The meeting was not to learn what happened. It was to decide what the story would be. Michael Tran opened his binder. From compliance's perspective, the immediate cause is clear. The state field was blank. Nathan, the IT lead, leaned forward. "The workflow allowed it to be blank. We implemented the form as designed." Angela looked at him. "You recommended making it optional." "To reduce friction," Nathan said. "Claims asked us to reduce clicks." "Claims asked for a tool that worked," Angela said, "not one that skipped the field that determines state law." Lena's face on the screen stayed still. The system did what the workflow told it to do. It retrieved the highest-ranked document for the query it was given. "We know that," Karen said. Lena stopped. The room changed slightly. Ethan felt it. The technical explanation had reached its limit. Everyone had already read it. Nobody needed another diagram of semantic similarity. They needed a name. "So it was a form design issue," Nathan said. "It was a legal update issue," Michael said. "The Illinois addendum should have been forced into retrieval for any Illinois claim." "I don't care about the prompting," Karen said. "I care about the approval. Marcus reviewed this. Why didn't he catch it?" Angela's answer came slowly. "Because the letter looked right. It cited a policy. It quoted the text. It had a high confidence score. Marcus saw a professional letter with a real citation and treated it like the system had checked the thing. He would have checked. So he trusted it," Michael said. He trusted the process we gave him, Angela said. Ethan watched the room divide itself. Compliance wanted the failure upstream, in the missing state field. IT wanted it in the business requirement. Claims wanted it in the design nobody had owned. North Star wanted it to be fixable. Karen wanted something else. She tapped the printed page once with her pen. I don't care whether the software can explain itself. I care whether we can explain ourselves. No one spoke. Ethan stood and walked to the whiteboard. He wrote, "Incorrect denial letter sent." Under it, he drew 4 short lines. State field optional. Illinois addendum not surfaced. Reviewer trusted generated citation. No owner for state law, retrieval, logic. He stepped back. The board did not show one root cause. It showed a chain of decisions small enough for everyone to defend and large enough, together, to become a regulatory breach. So, Julia said, pointing to the board, what is the fix? Michael opened his binder. I have a list. He projected a slide titled Corrective Action Plan. 1. Make state field mandatory in all intake forms. 2. Tag all state-specific addenda in the vector database. 3. Implement a hard filter. If state equals IL, then must retrieve IL docs. 4. Mandatory compliance review for all AI-generated denials. No, Angela said immediately. Number 4 is a non-starter. You can't review 100 letters a day, Michael. You don't have the staff. Then you don't send them, Michael said. Then we miss the 30-day deadline and get fined for delay instead of accuracy, Angela countered. Pick your poison. We can compromise, Ethan suggested. We implement the first 3 fixes. The mandatory field, the tagging, the hard filter. That solves the retrieval error. For the review, what if we add a citation check step? The supervisor has to manually click a box confirming they checked the source document. A checkbox? Michael scoffed. People click checkboxes without reading. It's click-through compliance. It's better than nothing, Nathan said. Is it? Karen asked. Or does it just give us a paper trail to blame the supervisor when it happens again? The room went quiet again. That was the core of it. They weren't designing a safer system. They were designing a better liability shield. Nathan broke the silence. Can't we just turn off the hallucination part? Keep the retrieval? Lose the generation? Lena's face on the screen was patient. The generation is the product. The model reads what it retrieves and writes from that context. If the context is incomplete, the letter can still look complete. You can't remove that risk. You can only decide who manages it. So this is permanent, Karen said. The capability is permanent, Lena said. The risk is permanent. The question is who manages the gap. I want to know who's responsible for this, Karen said. Not the task, the outcome. Who is responsible for ensuring the AI is current with state law? Legal answers for the law, Angela said. IT answers for the update, Michael said. I send the memos. IT has to put them in the database. We just upload what you send us, Nathan said. We don't read the insurance code. And who tells the model to use it? Karen asked. Silence. That's the gap, Ethan said. We have someone who answers for the code, legal, someone who answers for the database, IT, and someone who answers for the output, claims. But we don't have anyone who answers for the connection. Who's responsible for the logic? Julia asked. No one raised their hand. I can't tell the DOI nobody, Karen said. I need a name. I'll answer for the intake form, Nathan volunteered. I'll answer for the policy updates, Michael said. I'll answer for the staff training, Angela said. That's 3 people with their names on it, Karen said, which means 0 people with their names on it. Whose name goes on the incident report? Karen asked. The room was silent. Angela studied the edge of the table. Nathan crossed his arms. Michael opened his mouth, then closed it. The conference room hummed with the sound of a ventilation system designed to be inaudible. Karen let the silence do the work. Karen picked up her pen. She wrote something on the printed page in front of her, folded it, and stood up. "We're done here," she said. She didn't show anyone what she wrote. The room emptied slowly. 26 people had a different version of what had just happened, and Ethan watched the first 3 huddles form at the elevator bank before he'd cleared the hallway. By Friday, there would be sidebar emails, after-work drinks, a private call with the EVP. Karen had ended the meeting. She hadn't ended anything else. Continue the full audiobook at the2project.com.